Hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectables. Today we're talking land speed record holders and Kellogg's cornflakes. Yeah, hi. So if you do the collectors fairs, if you do the antiques fairs, if you do the boot fairs, you will see this particular model, Spirit of America, time and time again. I don't know why, but every time I go out, I spot this car. And multiples of them. In the antique centre near me, I was there the other week, we counted 6 of these in different shops. But there is a bit of a background to these. So back in 1993, Kellogg's cornflakes did this as an offer. You collected the tokens and then you sent off for each of the cars, and there was also some literature and some posters to go with it, which they called the Speed Legends, or Land Speed Legends, sorry, Land Speed Legends. There's 4 cars in the set, so you had Thrust 2, Bluebird, the Railton and Spirit of America. So what I thought I'd do is, I've got some of the card from the packet, I've got the full set in its original boxes, and I've also got the posters and things that came with it. So I thought I'd just try and put in this video a little bit of a background to these cars that seem to crop up everywhere. Yeah, hopefully that will be of interest. So I'm going to go over to the bench and film from above as usual, just so that you can see this in a little bit more detail. And we'll go through each of the cars and just have a look at them. Some of them, this one in particular, is a really nice model. I mean, a cracking model. So yeah, let's go over to the bench. So 30 years ago, this is how your cornflakes packet would look back in 1993. As you can see, the livery on here is showing Thrust 2 on the front. Cars down the bottom here, and your free Land Speed Legends and models and wall chart offer. So somehow, I don't know how, but I've still got the front box of the Kellogg's packet, and I've also got the rear of the box, which tells you about the 4 cars that are in the collection and the wall chart that you can also obtain. Now, what I've managed to find out is the offer. So for each of the cars you had to collect 9 tokens, and then a further 9 tokens for the wall chart, and then for each one you were to put in 20 pence towards postage and packing, which just is unfathomable in this day where it's nearly 70 pence for a second class stamp. Yeah, 20 pence postage and packing to get one of these models sent to you, and then further 9 tokens and 20 pence for the wall chart. Or you could send a cheque for £7.99 to obtain all 4 cars and the wall chart all sent together. And I believe it says here, look, closing date for applications 31st of December 1994. So what I have here is what I believe is this is the box that the whole collection would be sent in. So let me just open this up. So inside here, I'm just going to move this so I can open the lid. You can see how it would be presented to you with the 4 models laid out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring this over and bring this sheet back in, just so I've got a little bit of a crib sheet. Right, let's lift the first one out. Now, a little hint here, if you get yourself a rule, and with the box, if you just slide that through, right the way through, and then just gently tease the lid open, so it's bending all the corners up and making them horrible, if you want to keep the boxes nice. So inside, we've got the first model, which is Bluebird. You can see actually the boxes, the inlays, they're being moulded to take all 4 cars. So let's slide this one out. Yeah, you can see in there, look, the other shapes. So I'm going to read this from here because it's pointless me trying to transpose it. So it's a name synonymous with land speed records, driven by Captain Malcolm Campbell. The pinnacle of its success was achieved in September 1935 at the Bonneville Flats with a record of 301.129. And what a beautiful model this is. I mean, from any angle, it does look superb. Captures the lines of the car. I mean, this was a beautiful car this day. And the real one, when you stand next to the real one, these wheels look huge. They really do. So I'll get some detailed photographs of these to drop it in as I go. But you can see this one, absolutely lovely car. I mean, not overly detailed, but it certainly captures the spirit of the land speed holder. So let me just pop that back in there. So that's model number 1. This second box Right, this is the Railton Mobile Special. In 1947, John Cobb took the land speed record to 394.2. His aim was to pass the 400 mile an hour mark. He actually achieved 403.135 on one-way speed. So the land speed record, if you know, is measured in two directions. So he reached a maximum in one direction, but they take the average. So the record was 394.2. Again, a beautiful model, absolutely beautiful model, and yeah, it looks superb. And I'll do some pictures of this. So that's the second model in the set. Just pop that over there, and onto the third model. Just grab this again, slide that through, pull it forward. That's it. There you go. And here we have Spirit of America, which is Craig Breedlove's car. So Craig Breedlove, the driver of Spirit of America, Sonic 1, was the first man in the world history to exceed the 400, 500 and 600 mile an hour barriers in Spirit of America. It also has, I believe this car has the distinction of the fastest ever U-turn in history. I believe he lost control of it, and he went round in a circle in the desert at about 600 miles an hour. I believe this was the car, and he was very, very, very lucky man. But so this one intrigues me because, as I say, if you go to any boot fair, any antique shop, you'll find this model. I don't know why, but this seems to be the most common model that you will see. Maybe this was the first one in the set when you sent off for them, but yeah, this does appear everywhere. It's not the greatest of models. This one doesn't have the same sort of lines as the other ones. It just sort of captures the shape. Not a lot of detail on there, but so that's the Spirit of America. And then the final one, this should be thrust 2. There we go, thrust 2. The packaging is fantastic. I mean, you can see this one's in upside down, but as I say, the same inlay mounts all of the cars. They're designed to take all the cars. So this one, you've got the fins on the back that sit into the packaging. So yeah, so thrust 2, what a lovely model this is. It really does capture the livery, everything about it is a really nicely detailed model. So it says here, Twickenham businessman Richard Noble was determined to bring the world land speed record to the Britain, and in 9 years of planning and hard work, the reward was in 1983 with a speed of 633.4 mile an hour. Yeah, if you want to see the real car, it's in the Coventry Motor Museum. It's well worth a visit. I mean, the museum itself is fantastic, and this is parked next to Thrust 2, which is the car that took the land speed from this, the record from this. So you can see both cars parked next to each other. And then at the moment, I believe Bloodhound, which is the Richard Noble's latest incarnation of the speed car, the Land Speed Challenger, that's in there as well while it waits for additional funding to go and break the record. So you can see all three cars together in the Coventry Motor Museum, so I'd highly recommend that. So there you go, that's the 4 models that you get with the set. Now, right, and finally the wall chart. So underneath here is an envelope. I haven't opened this in years, so I need to refresh my memory what's in here. I'll just take everything out. So that's more. Right, that's everything that's in the envelope. So inside, you get a leaflet for the museum in Coventry that I mentioned a minute ago. So this is a very old leaflet. Yeah. So there you go. That's worth a. As I say, that's definitely worth a visit. It's one of the best museums I've been in for many, many years. So if you get the chance, definitely go there. We have sort of these look like sort of cardboard pop-outs. You can see that the cars are ready to be lifted out of this. I won't do that, obviously. But yeah, pre-cut and held together by small notches. So you basically can stand these on your wall chart to make it sort of 3-dimensional. So there's one there, and then there's another one here which has the rest of the cars. Just put those to one side, and then we have the actual wall chart. So this is part 1. So you can see here, starting at 1898, running all the way through, and this one finishes in 1931. And it's got our Railton on there, and then picking up, this should then pick up the second part of the wall chart. Yeah, so this one then runs from 1932 right the way up until 1983, which is our thrust 2 over here, and that's your wall chart. So yeah, there you go. I just wanted to give an overview. So with the 4 cars in the set, let's just bring those back into shot. There's that one and that one. These 4 cars in the set, just to try and give a little bit of a background as to, you know, as I say, if you're a collector, if you go around all the hobby fairs, you will see these. You will see these at boot fairs, particularly the Spirit America. You see hundreds of them, or I do anyway. So this is a background to where they came from, how they got released. They're made by Lledo. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the video yet. I've recorded this all in different phases, so forgive me if I've already mentioned it. Made by Lledo. These were re-released post-1993 in their own individual boxes. Yeah, and also I believe there was a subsequent launch of Thrust SSC as well in this range. But yeah, just to give a bit of background as to where these models came from and, you know, the history behind them. So I hope that was of interest. Again, if you like the video, please like it. You do me a big favour. And if you like this kind of thing, I just pick random things from my collection and do a quick review on them. So please subscribe, and then you can know when the next one's coming out. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.